go all the way back to my base, which is not very far. As you can see, those are the townships of the scorched earth. Excuse me. I just had a meal, so if my stomach is making funny sounds, I apologize. So we're gonna cheat to get it inclined. We're gonna Femia to have a inclined cable, and every few cables we're going to add a electrical outlet, because supposedly if you just do cable to cable, there's a limit of 25 that the electricity can travel. So yeah, we're just gonna be doing you know, that. And furthermore, we're gonna do 125, 193. As you can see in the I didn't see the message. In the desert, all these generators are powering up. I see no damage. All the cables are yellow, which is good. This is very good. So let's start by moving the inclined cables here. And this didn't work. There you go. Because it's gonna be again a travel. I done this last night with the water pipes, the irrigation, and I kid you not, I fell asleep on my sofa, or futon. If you don't know what a futon is, I shall explain. A futon is like sort of like a pull-out sofa, but instead of the bed being inside the sofa, you kind of pull the bottom part of the sofa, not the floor part, but the part that you're sitting on. It angles up, and the L shape of the back plus the part that you're sitting on kind of flattens out, and that becomes a futon. You learn something new every day. Why won't you connect? What? Where did it go? What a rude creature. A little bit. There you go. I got one of these. Oh no, we're gonna go upwards here, buddy. Holding L1 and then pressing X when you're disabled is kind of tricky. I was disabled in Afghanistan. Story for another day. Should I time this? Make sure. Anyways, if the video cuts out, I would just like to ask you politely to like and subscribe this video and leave any commentary, positive or negative. If you like to bash me because I'm using cheats, that's fine. Just don't quite feel like running back to my home just to make cables and lug them back here, okay? So bitch and whine all you want. I do not care. So leave negative comments. Do your worst. I'm a vet. I've taken a lot worse. a lot worse. So yeah, please like and subscribe to the video. It'll help me out a lot. I'm trying to do a series, YouTube videos, because I'm bored. And supposedly there's some money to be made on YouTube, from what I've been told. I don't know. Do I have anything on? Nope. This is... How many do I have placed? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this should be empty. So I'm gonna move this here. That's a lot easier to press. Yeah, it's yellow, so as long as it stays yellow. What I wanted to do, and because I have, you know that underground cave that you have for the entrance that you have to crouch down to get inside, and they have one of those ancient relic artifacts. I actually want to put wind turbines like this outside and run a cable from the surface through the little crouched passageway, through the tunnels, weaving and turning, over that massive hole, and to my base. The reason why I have a base there is because if you're, excuse me, if you build a house around the white artifact, it's actually 0 degrees. See that 53 on top? It's 0, like the freezing point. It is so cold that you actually have to wear fur or hide. I think that's awesome. Am I out of slanted? Yeah, I am. See, I just pooped in the middle of the desert. You know, how rude can an individual get? So at this height, just gonna take a look here. It's gonna go through that wall. So up we go and we continue. Give item num. $191. Say 5 more. 1. I am using a keyboard because typing all these commands using the PS4 manette controller joystick is a pain. So I plugged in a regular keyboard that I got from well, it's called something else here, but in the States and the majority of Canada, it's called Staples. But in Quebec, where I reside, it's called Bureau Anglo, Bureau Office Supplies in Mass. It's a French law here. Everything, if you want to have an American business here, and it's not a name, it has to be in French. Sad but true. I'm not being promoted to say any of these names, and they are copyright to the owner of the store. So Staples is Staples. They own it. Their store. For example, a Shoppers Drug Mart in the majority of Canada and the United States is called Shoppers Drug Mart. In Quebec, it's called Pharmaprix. It's actually spelled Pharmaprix. So every time I go there and make that pleasant joke, they get offended. I walk away. I giggle all the way out the door. It's harmless fun. You know, Pharmaprix. You're all pricks. And they all get all like, what the hell, that's a problem, you know. French people get kind of offended sometimes. I don't. I have thick skin. Not to say I'm fat. I just have thick skin. I don't take things too literally. Life's too short for that. So these 4 wind turbines, assuming, I'm actually gonna Google it just for fun. How many watts in a that's good wind turbine? That's just a joke. Wind turbine and ARK. I'm curious, what if they only create 100 watts each? And as you well know, it's not going to answer because nobody is really taking the time to do this research into the lore. But I'm really into that kind of science. It has a health of 6,000. So if a one of those worms from the movie Dune shows up here, hold H and K wherever you'll see the name XXW. There is no evidence an individual turbine of the same area will produce power independently. To the contrary, the yields array This yields an array of turbines, no advantage to a single. So making 4 was actually a waste for me. As long as I have 1, well, I mean, 3 could get damaged. And I'll have 1 left. Yay! Okay, well that took not too much to make. 75 metal ingots each, 25 electronics, 20 cementing paste, and what's actually right in front of me? I don't have to try to remember. It is 75 metal ingots each, 20 cementing paste. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this video has gone up to 15 minutes. If that is the case, please like and subscribe to the comment. And when you subscribe, there's just a little tick where it says send notifications, because I'll be uploading ARK videos and my progress. I mean, I'm all alone here. Sometimes I play on the server with some of my buddies. Too chicken shit to play on one of those big PvP servers while running to alpha, and alpha will wipe me out. And even if I have a thatch house, they could be like, bulldoze this motherfucker. Pardon my language. I don't need that in my life. And the first ARK video on my YouTube channel was where we started playing in the center Earth, and we found the center cavern. We all started living there with the friendly dinos, and except if you're in the water, where they have megalodons and manta rays and so on. And while I'm talking, why don't I continue working? What a waste. How unproductive of me. So that. Please like and subscribe to my video and comment whatever you want to say. Don't care. If you say you love me, I'll say I love you too. No homo, of course, that's a given. I'm a lover, not a hater. Maybe I don't have the same big heart as Loverfella does, where he kisses I love you all. But there's no room in my heart for hate, being artificial or not. That's the end of the video, gents. Do take care. Live long.